people. So we'd like to welcome each and every one of you here today, whether live or certainly on the replay. The good news is when we have these posting parties for the worldwidechamber.com, Michael has kept these free for everyone. So they are 10 o'clock Central Time every Monday, and we are thrilled to be part of the worldwidechamber.com to be able to welcome everybody from across the globe to increase your traffic on LinkedIn also. So all of these on this call right now are regulars, which means they have been through their profiles on LinkedIn. They have added a lot of different features when we talk about that. And we're going to go through each and every step a little bit at a time and find out why LinkedIn is one of the places people go once you network virtually. All of a sudden you check people out, and usually you go first to check them out on LinkedIn. It's a professional network. And it has been huge for my business, and hopefully it will be huge for yours as well. All right, let's take a look now at a LinkedIn profile and some of the nuances within that, okay? So, boom. Here we are on LinkedIn. As soon as you just open up LinkedIn on your computer, you will see your feed. At the left, you will see your own profile. And if you click on your name, it will open your profile. And again, most of the time when we meet people virtually, networking, or even at a Chamber of Commerce meeting, BNI, anything that you go to, a lot of times people go to LinkedIn first to see who you are. How long have you been in business? What's your contact information look like? What's your bio look like? All of those different things. First thing people notice is your profile picture. Is this really the person I met today? Yes. So please make sure your profile picture looks similar to who you are now. Within a year or two is usually the best idea. And right behind that is your LinkedIn banner. LinkedIn banner. This is a pretty quick overview to let people see what you are up to. Now, some people choose to make gorgeous beach pictures. Phyllis lives in Florida, so obviously in her case, all she has to do is open her eyes and take a new picture, and boom, she's got a fantastic timeline LinkedIn banner. That's fantastic. Michael, of course, would have different pictures of the glorious places he's been on his trips. For me, I have chosen to do my logo, a couple groups I help with, my vodcast, which is Kathy Chat, and my digital business card QR code. So it just depends on what you want your banner to look like. The good news is this magic pencil. I always say the whole world is run by 3 dots and a magic pencil. The magic pencil will help you edit. That's why I'm on my profile right now instead of someone else's, because the pencils don't show up if I go to someone else's profile, because obviously I can't edit theirs. Now, right below here, across from your name, is another magic pencil. That's going to allow you to edit your bio. Your bio. Now let's think about right underneath your name is what I like to call your power statement. Power statement is the first 3, 4, 5 words that will identify you on every comment you post on. Please hear that again. The power statement piece is not where we say, I help people with and I fix people something. The power statement shows up on every post that you comment on, because it'll say your name and those 3, 4, 5 words. That's all that's shown. And then the rest of the story is now people want to see, who are you? You've got 220 characters to let people know a little bit about you. Okay? A little bit about you. So what do you want your power statement to actually look like? What do you want your bio to look like? What do you want to be findable as? In my case, Kangen Water is my company. So I certainly want people to know I am a Kangen Water rep. Okay. I've also written 3 books. I help with posting parties. I have several free networking groups I attend. Whatever you want people to know about you, but remember that power statement. The first 3, 4, 5 words are the ones that show up on every comment, every post that you comment on. Now you'll notice on my page, I've got a business page, okay? This of course is optional, as is most of the things that we share here. But the reason I did a business page is I wanted people to have another place to go to find out about Kangen Water. And my DBA, doing business as, is Miracles with Water. So if you click, take you to my business page. Now, how do you make a business page? How do you create one? First of all, on my YouTube channel, I have several different videos, very short ones, 3 to 5 minutes. How to this, how to that, how to something on LinkedIn through a posting party. And so, but for ease and purpose here, we're going to click on the work section up at the top of your navigation bar. Up at the top of your navigation bar, it says work. And that once you click on all of those little squares or dots or whatever those are, at the very bottom, it says create a company page. So if you have a DBA, doing business as, or you work for whoever your company would be, then you can certainly add their logo to that, and then any of your personal information that you work with as far as the company's concerned, compliance, of course, but you'd be able to create your own company page. So all you have to do is follow along, okay? We're not going to go into that now because it does take a minute to do that. But at the very top of your screen for navigation, it says work. And then at the bottom, as soon as you click on work, it says create a company page, and there's a plus sign. Don't be afraid of the plus sign. Don't be afraid if you don't get it done. It always lets you know, do you want to save it? Do you want to delete it? Delete, delete, delete. You know, I love to delete things. And then you will have your company page on your screen. So please consider, if you haven't yet, to be able to do your own company page, because it's just nice to have there as a reference for folks, and it's pretty fun to do. Now, the only reason I'm showing you the analytics is we talk about this, and again, I have to do it from my profile because obviously yours wouldn't show if I was on your page. The analytic part, how many people have viewed my profile? How many post impressions, which simply means view, have happened in the last 7 days? 15, almost 1,600. My friends, that was not the norm for me a year, 2 years ago, before I started with posting parties. Almost 300 search appearances. Trust me, that was not the same either. So take a look at your analytics. It says private to you right underneath. That's why, again, I'm on my profile instead of one of yours. But that's the opportunity that you have to keep growing those. Take a screenshot of this today, if this is your first posting party, for those of you joining us on the replay. Take a look, even a screenshot of these analytics, and see how they grow over the next few months or years as we continue with these posting parties. Now, keep scrolling down to what I love to share as a featured section. Okay, the featured section allows people to basically interview you when they come to check out your profile. What is interesting to you? What is important about your company? Do you have a sale? Do you have a YouTube channel? Have you written any books? Have you received any awards? What does that look like? So be sure and click on anything. You'll see show all featured items. There's all kinds of navigation here. So don't be afraid to push the button. There's a pencil up here, magic pencil. There's a plus sign. You can add links to your YouTube videos. Again, if you have a sale going on, if you're like Debbie Dubb and you create videos all the time for your company, add that link from your YouTube channel to your featured section. And now you'll be able to share with people what is important to you as they interview you. If they know 10, 20, 30, 50, a million people who do the same business as you do, how are they going to pick you? Now let's take a look also at what I feel is a very underutilized section. And right here is a perfect example. If people are going to see if they want to do business with you, they're going to check out to see if you've had any recommendations yet. I've worked with Susie Q at, we volunteered together with, we helped with different organizations, whatever that looks like, okay? They're going to check you out. So let's take a look at your recommendations. First of all, it costs nothing to do, just a few minutes. Second of all, look who's here. Phyllis has recommended me. Who is Phyllis? I haven't met her yet. So Phyllis wrote a recommendation, and now I don't know who that is, so let me click on it. And I don't mean me because obviously we're friends, but if you're checking me out and you want to find out who Phyllis is, you're going to now click on Phyllis's page and you're going to see who Phyllis Arnstein is, okay? Obviously, she's got a timeline banner. She has a QR code. We'll talk about that in a second. She has a video message. So as soon as you click on her profile picture, you saw a little 3-second intro to that. And now you're going to click on Phyllis's picture and it will play her video for you. So let's see what Phyllis does, okay? Tools to pay off debt, owner of Health and Wealth. She has a business page, Health, Wealth, and Beauty. So now you see all of these different things for Phyllis. So let's find out if she's into health and wellness. We have the About section. You have 2,600 characters to fill in here. You can have hashtags, you can have website links, you can even have emojis on here. Let people, this would basically be if somebody said, can you please send me your bio? I'd like you to be a speaker at my event. This is a great share, I guess you would say, even a practice to talk about you. Let people know what you do, how long you've been in business, why you love it, what you have found to be a success journey for you, and definitely utilize your 2,600 characters. But I still have to find out about Phyllis. How do I do that? Aha, I go to Phyllis's recommendations, and who do I find there? Debbie Miller is on our call today. I haven't met Debbie yet. So Debbie wrote a recommendation to Phyllis, and I'm going to click on Debbie's link and look what I have here. I have a video from Debbie, which is her video message. She also has a speaker next to her name, which is her audio message. She has her LinkedIn banner, several groups that she's involved with, and a digital business card, plus her Legal Shield PPLSI business. What about Debbie's contact info? I want Legal Shield. How do I do that? Debbie has claimed her LinkedIn URL, which means it says Debbie Miller-CEO, which stands for Chief Expansion Officer of your own company. Debbie has web addresses on there. And oh my gosh, she's got a email that she checks often, as well as her phone number. I need Legal Shield right now. How do I do that? And Debbie has everything perfect for her contact info. Okay. So now you've got an opportunity to check Debbie out. Here's her featured section, videos that she's pulled in from her YouTube channel, from her Dub account. She has a lot of activity, and you can see that she's also got 1,847 followers, which is beautiful. She volunteers within the Happy Neighborhood Project, which is one of the free networking events around also. And now I'm going to go to recommendations and look who is here. Phyllis. I remember that because that's what we were checking out earlier. And you see how this works. When you find out who has recommended whom, you now have an opportunity, I call it cross-pollination, to find out who recommends who. Oh my gosh, guess who's here? Michael Del Toro, the founder and CEO, not only of Five Diamond Club, but also the CEO of the worldwidechamber.com. So now you get to check out Michael Del Toro. He's also got an audio message and a video message. He's got a lot of activity. He's got over 2,000 followers on his account. Here's his About section. I want to know more about travel. How do I do that? Please remember hashtags, web addresses, even emojis if you want to put on there just to zap it up a little bit. He volunteers all over the place, which is cool. So let's see if Michael has any recommendations. Oh my goodness. Look at the cross-pollination once again that we're doing. Of course, I recommended Michael. His travel system is lovely. His trips are amazing. And the way he engages with people in the worldwidechamber.com is phenomenal. You see how that works? Now, I know this part is a little uncomfortable. What if you want a recommendation from somebody? And you don't want to just ask them, hey, Susie, would you give me a recommendation, please? You don't want to do that, perhaps. Now, if you do, that's great. But if you're not comfortable asking, what do you think would be a great idea to get that person to recommend you? How about if you recommend them first? So you go to whoever's page you want to recommend, like just you hopefully are connected with them already. And you go to their page right here. And all it says, there's a plus sign at always, or it will say give recommendation on their page. And you simply do the following, fill it in. You're going to recommend somebody. Okay. So just please don't be afraid of pushing buttons. There's all kinds of navigation bars and tools on LinkedIn. So click on them. Click on them. And as soon as you do, it'll say, I worked with whomever we were in the same group together. I coached them, I mentored them, whatever your relationship is with that person, and just fill in all the steps. But this is probably not an opportunity for something super quick. This is going on their page. This is a recommendation from you. It also shows, as you just saw, how amazing you are from a standpoint of not only edification, but being a loyal customer, being a friend to the people that you're recommending, whatever that looks like. So please make these recommendations count. Now that recommendation, it will then say send. When the person recommends you, it sends that recommendation to your LinkedIn message section. And it says, Kathy Weaver just recommended you. Would you like to view it? The answer, of course, would be yes, you want to view it. And if it's okay with you, then you hit add to profile. If you are a financial advisor, I understand 1,000,000%. I was in the industry for many years. If you're a financial advisor, you cannot accept public recommendations. So what do you think you would do in this case? You say to the person in the message section, oh my gosh, Susie, that was so kind of you. I so have enjoyed working with you also, and you'll understand compliance and regulatory infractions are not a good idea for me, so I'm not able to post this publicly. Thank you so much for thinking of me. So now what do you think you would do? You would now go to that person, Susie's page, and recommend her. Why? Because now you're going to be at the top of Susie's recommendation list. Okay? Susie recommended you. You can't post it publicly because of compliance issues within the financial services industry. And now you are going to recommend Susie. So you as a financial professional are now still out there because now you're at the top of Susie's recommendation page. You see how that works? Pretty cool. This is actually what happened with this gentleman. I met him the other day at a networking event in financial services, and I just happened to mention what I just said. So he literally that fast recommended me. So now who's at the top of my recommendation page? A financial services professional. Genius? Absolutely. All right, my friends, we are here today for a posting party thanks to theworldwidechamber.com and Mike Del Toro, and we're thrilled to be here. So how do we find the post that we made this morning, a few minutes ago, last night, that we want to share today in the posting party? You click on show all activity and filter, LinkedIn loves filters. Click on posts. As soon as you click on posts, that takes you to just what you have posted, not necessarily what you've commented on, what you've shared with other people, anything like that. But these are actually your specific posts. Okay. I did want to mention this publicly. As a matter of fact, last week when we were in another one of our posting parties, we were talking about polls. How do I do a poll? Why do I care about a poll? I don't care what the answers are, whatever that looks like for you. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite season? Whatever that is. Why would I do a poll? Well, here's why. I don't do them every week, actually, but I do a couple a month, just because as soon as I learned at another mastermind class that polls on LinkedIn are super duper important. How do I create a poll on LinkedIn? Hello, queen of questions. And as soon as you create a poll, I just wanted to show how good it is to get engagement and traffic on your page. How do I know that? On your page, and again, this isn't public, so on your own page, you go to that specific poll that you created, and you'll notice that I've got 755 impressions. What? 755 people viewed my poll. Again, my friends, this is not my norm. I would get 1 or 2 people going, "Hi, Kathy, that's so cute," or stuff like that. I didn't get any engagement because I wasn't doing it as effectively as I could. And posting parties have taught me a lot. So I simply said, live tree, permanent tree, other, please comment. You'll notice on a poll, you can't add a picture. Oh my gosh. So what would you do? You would be your own first comment. And why would you do that? Because boom, now you can add a picture because you're going to comment on your own poll. You're also going to do hashtags. Okay. You might do emojis. And obviously this one is technically for fun and engagement and exposure. So not necessarily a time to sell my Kangen water machines. But who is she? Click on that. What does she do? Kangen water rep. Every time you post on something and comment, your power statement shows up, right? So even though we're talking about permanent trees versus live, people know Kathy Weaver commented. Who is that? Kangen water rep. You see how that works? So when we do a poll, and it just depends, you have 4 options, live, permanent, other, and then I could have added another, but that was enough for this one. And you just keep pushing buttons, add option, add option, add option. 4 is actually the limit. You'll see it's basically tied live to permanent. A couple people commented on other, but my friends, I got 27 votes. Again, not my norm. So think of a poll just for fun, if you really want to know. But quite frankly, if I said, do you drink Kangen water? Yes or no, probably nobody would even participate in that, except perhaps a few of my reps that do drink Kangen water. You see what I mean? It wouldn't have the same engagement as this particular conversation does. LinkedIn also pushes it out there for me because LinkedIn wants us to stay on this platform, which is awesome. And the reason that we're recording on Facebook Live is to give more exposure to the worldwidechamber.com for hosting this hosting party. So once again, you see how all this edification, traffic, reach, algorithm works. Facebook Live likes it because we're keeping people on Facebook Live. LinkedIn likes it because who's on right now? The LinkedIn page. Please think in terms of how you're going to create your traffic setting, and certainly whether it's business or you want to do a poll, you're keeping people on the traffic pages. So 27 votes, 16 comments, just because I wanted to know what people are thinking as far as Christmas trees. 755 impressions. And always remember to be your own first comment. Why would I do that? Hang on a second. Do you remember the gifts you received last year? Do you remember any of the presents you gave? A Kangen water machine could be that very special memory that lasts for years to come. Now, please just take a look at this. A few hashtags, gifts, presents, year, Kangen water, of course, memory, Merry Christmas. And then what is this? This is a link to my business page. Okay. A picture, of course. I created this, I think, on Canva. Can't remember right now, but I think so. And so again, Kangen water machines make the perfect gift. All right, post. Now, who commented first on my post? All right, 47 people have already seen this, and I just posted this a couple hours ago. But who posted first? Who commented first? Me. Why did I do that? because a few more hashtags, gift that keeps on giving, water, and plastic waste, and then boom, my logo, which just happens to be my web address. Again, strategic. You're giving more exposure for your company. You're getting the traffic going because you're starting your own commenting. And let's see who else has commented right now. Guess who? Phyllis. Now, what did Phyllis do? She knocked on my door. What does that mean? She notified me that she stopped by my page, which means the @sign, like @gmail.com, the @sign, and then start typing my name and it'll pop right up and click on it. That's tagging me, knocking on the door. Hashtag people, hashtag remember, hashtag year, hashtag gift. Once again, boom, exposure, as well as an emoji here. Okay, so what just happened? Phyllis commented, who is that? Click, it's a hyperlink. What does Phyllis do? She provides tools to pay off debt. And she's the owner of Health to Wealth. You see how, once again, my friends, all of this works. So it's not just my few thousand people who see my post. It's now Phyllis's people who see my post, and then their people and their people and their people and connections who see my post. And guess what? I'm here to tell you, because of how SEO works, search engine optimization, how algorithm works, how organic traffic works, those people are going to see and say, whoa, I want a Kangen water machine. Okay, exposure, exposure, exposure. So how do I get this post to our posting party? Please remember 3 dots. When you ever see 3 dots or a magic pencil, click on it. Scroll down to where it says copy link to post and click on it. And now this post that you're looking at right here is in CyberAir, basically on your clipboard. So now come back to our chat, our party right here. Click on the chat box and make sure everyone is highlighted. Right click, paste, and then don't forget to hit enter. Okay, so now that post that you just saw on LinkedIn is live right now in our chat, which means if you click on it in this chat box, instead of having to search and dig for it, it'll now be right there on your screen. So it's a really cool system. It saves tons of time. Don't forget to save the chat, Catherine, since I usually do. Okay. So it saves a lot of time. And so in the next 24, 48 hours, you're going to be going back to the chat that you have saved and start commenting on everyone's post. We have a few overachievers on this call, so maybe they've done a few of those already. And the cool part is now you're able to comment on everybody's post. They're able to answer back, knock on the door, @Phyllis, thank you for stopping by. I love Kangen water. And it keeps the engagement going, just like you would at a Chamber of Commerce meeting. Most of the time you wouldn't say, hi, I want to buy a water machine. They say no, and you go, bye. It doesn't work like that. It's engagement. It's getting to know people. How are the kids? How are the grandkids? How are the dogs? How are the cats? Get to know people. And basically a posting party offers exactly that. So we're thrilled that you're here today. We're going to take the group picture, and then we're going to find out who's in this glorious room. So smile pretty, everybody's on camera. And here we go. Set, go. Perfect. All right. First of all, on my screen, Debbie Dub is in the house. Tell us about you, Debbie.
Thank you, Kathy. It's great to be here and to see you today. I am Debbie Miller with Prepaid Legal Services, Inc., with Legal Shield and ID Shield, which is a great gift to Keeps on Giving as well. I loved Kathy's little picture and her poll. So glad to be here and pretend it's warm with Michael and Phyllis.
Yeah, no kidding. All we need to do is look at Michael's pictures and pretend we're there. Oh, Kansas City's having its 570th day of fog, so not so fun. Thank you for being here today, Deb.
Thanks.
Next up on my screen is Phyllis. We've talked a lot about Phyllis today because she's doing so great at these posting parties too. How are you doing today, Phyllis?
I am fabulous. And I just love these posting parties. I just, they have taught me so much. And I see a big difference on LinkedIn and the connections that I'm making now.
I love
know,
that. That's
so-
great to hear.
Yep.
Tell us.
And I do help,
about me.
I help people with their debt. I show you how you can take your debt, be it mortgage, car payment, whatever, and pay it off in a third to a half of the time with algorithms that are connected to your banking institutions, and you cancel out your interest. My mission is from now until the end of year 2023 is to help cancel out over $2 million in interest. That is me.
You can help people regardless of age. Super young people can already have their house paid off.
Yes.
Wow. That's fantastic and super great to hear. All right. Next up on my screen, Kurt Roskoff is in the house. Special K, how are you?
Doing great. Oh, it's great to be at a posting party. You throw a party, I like to show up. So this is good stuff. So yeah, I'm Kurt Roskoff with the Disability Channel, showcasing abilities, television by and with people with disabilities and veterans. And we do a bunch of podcasting. That's my general invite out there. We offer free opportunities for people to come onto our show and our talk show and share their story and what they provide and what they're doing in the world. Again, I'm Kurt Roskoff with the Disability Channel. Back to you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being with us today. Harumi Anderson's in the house all the way from Columbus, Indiana. What's going on with you, my friend?
Kathy, thank you very much, Kathy. Yeah, I just found the link, finally. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Harumi Anderson, coming to you from Columbus, Indiana. It's so nice to be here and to learn so many things from Kathy. She is always so resourceful and she got such knowledge on top of her beautiful or great Kangen machine. And next to Kangen machine, I just want to mention about this Izumio. Wherever you go, take your Izumio with you. It's just a simple way to stay healthy and staying healthy, have healthy skin. That'll be a good gift as well. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And we're glad that you're here today. Michael, did you want to share anything before we go to our LinkedIn app on our phones?
Oh, well, no, thank you. Thank you so much, Kathy, for hosting us and for Debbie for stepping in last week as well. Thank you all for coming to the Worldwide Chamber. Consider joining as a member to get even more benefits and being featured there on our website. And just happy to be here. I hope everybody has a, Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday season. And let's grow this group together. Keep inviting people to the LinkedIn posting party here to the Worldwide Chamber.
Fantastic. And actually, just to let you know, unless Michael doesn't want us to for some reason, I don't mind doing the posting party on the 19th and the 26th. If you're not available, I understand that, but I am available, so I'm happy to do that.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right. Yeah,
right.
that way we don't lose momentum or anything. Yeah.
I agree. Okay, fantastic. Now, friends, a couple things that I have found probably we can say most useful for my LinkedIn profile is my audio message, my video message, and my QR code. What? This must be done from your phone. And I speak Apple. If you speak Android, go to YouTube. How do I this on Android? Because I don't know the answer to that. But when you're on your phone and you open up your LinkedIn app, please don't ignore this piece because people can tell if you are a seasoned LinkedIn user or not. Current profile picture, your amazing LinkedIn banner, your bio/power statement complete with hashtags and/or emojis, then your audio and video messages. Okay, the QR code is just kind of a bonus. up your app on your phone. At the top left of your screen is a little teensy circle picture of you. Click on it. I promise you can't break anything. And again, this must be done from your phone. As soon as you do that, it says your name, and underneath that, it says view profile. As soon as you click on view profile, just like what I showed you earlier on the big computer screen, it now has pencils on your banner. You can even change your banner from your phone, by the way. It also has a pencil to the right of your picture. That's the one I want you to click on today. As soon as you click on that, here comes your intro. And about halfway down, plus sign, and it says plus sign, add name pronunciation. Okay, plus sign, add name pronunciation. And so during that add name pronunciation, you've got 10 seconds to speak. Well, you can certainly pronounce your name if you would like, especially if it's a tricky one, but you've got 10 seconds to introduce yourself and let people feel your excitement and know who you are and how you love to engage and connect people from all across the globe. So you now have an opportunity to give them a mini interview of you. And especially if you're an author and a speaker, then probably they would want to hear how you speak, things like that, to know if you would be a good fit for keynote or event. So there's all types of opportunity in this particular case. Then it says save, upload, delete. Don't hesitate to delete it. If you want to save it and you're not sure if you want to upload it yet, don't hesitate. Don't worry about that. It's only 10 seconds and you can change it as often as you'd like. Or again, you can actually delete it if you want. But go ahead and hit the save button. And now you'll have, and it takes about 90 seconds sometimes, you'll have a little speaker next to your name. That lets people know that you've got an audio message to share with them. And it's just one more opportunity for engagement. Okay. Now you're still on your phone. You're still on that profile section. This time, I want you to click on your profile picture. Just click on it. I promise you won't break anything. At the bottom of that screen, it says add profile video. Add profile video. In this particular case, click on it. Once again, you can't break anything. And it will say, it'll show you your video, but it will say 3, 2, 1, boom. And it starts timing for you. So you look straight into the screen on your phone camera, straight into that camera. And now you have 30 seconds to talk about your filter sale or your end of the year something, or your gift that keeps on giving, or whatever you want to share, or your upcoming events. And now you just look right in the camera, phone on your camera, and literally when it's finished, you can't go any further than 30 seconds. It'll stop you. So it does the timing. You don't have to worry about that. Oh my gosh, it cut me off. Okay, delete, start over. And you've got 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1, look in the camera. And now again, it'll time you. And then at the end of that, once you've got one you think you like, save, upload, or delete. And now it again takes about 90 seconds. But as soon as you saw when we opened other people's profiles, there's about a 3-second intro thing going on as soon as you go to someone's profile, which lets you know they have a video. Coolest thing ever. If you don't think 30 seconds is worth it for advertising yourself, why do they pay billions of dollars for a 30-second ad at the Super Bowl? Please don't waste that. Now, we're still on your screen, on your phone, must be done from your phone. The top of that screen, after you've done your video, just hit the back arrow. And this takes you back to your feed when you first open LinkedIn. The teensy little circle picture of you, don't click on it this time. Right next to that is a search bar. So this time, click on the search bar. At the far right of the search bar is that funky little symbol, which looks like 3 little dot things in a square. Click on the symbol. Boom. Now you've got your own QR code. Why do I care about that? Well, if you don't use a digital business card yet, you're going to put that QR code on your Zoom background so that when we're on calls like this, and instead of having to type in, copy, paste, all of my info for my LinkedIn profile in every single chat I get on all day long, Zooming, are you kidding me? People can see the QR code on my Zoom background, put their camera over it, and it will connect us almost instantly. Would you like to connect with this person on LinkedIn? Hello, yeah. And so now my QR code to my LinkedIn profile is on my Zoom background. Okay. Now, as a tip, you'll notice it says your name and then what? Your power statement. You see why this is so important? Those first 3, 4, 5 words that you're going to be sharing with people is your identifier. What do you want people to know you for? What do you want people to know you as? It's so incredibly important because every single time, and go ahead and take a look from your phone on all the posts that you've commented on, all that's going to show is your name and your power statement. Kathy Weaver, Kangen Water Rep. Kathy Weaver, Kangen Water Rep. What does she do? Kathy Weaver, Kangen Water Rep. That's all that's going to show. So please make sure your power statement looks exactly like you want it to. Okay. But this QR code, as I said, is a very cool thing to go on your Zoom background. Now, what happens if I'm on a Zoom call and there's 49 people on the screen, which is the Zoom limit, by the way. And that's why some people have several pages for all of their Zoom calls. So think about that. You can adjust your settings on your Zoom screen so that you can see all 49. 25 is defaulted, 49 is an option for many computers. And that way you can have 49 thumbnails on your screen. What happens if we're on a screen and I can't read, my camera won't read their QR code? How do I fix that? Debbie Dub has her QR code on her screen right now for her digital business card. What if my camera, when I hover my phone over her QR code, my camera can't pick it up? In Debbie's Brady Bunch square, when you hover your mouse over there, there's 3 little dots, and you click on those 3 little dots, and it says pin. As soon as you click on pin, Debbie's entire Brady Bunch square comes to my computer, the whole big thing. And now her QR code is big enough for my phone camera to pick up. So now I can connect. It goes in Safari. Again, I speak Apple. If you speak Android, find out how to do it. I always go to YouTube. And so now my camera will pick up her QR code and I can connect and save Debbie's digital business card right to my phone right now. And we're connected. Now, how do I get Debbie off my screen and back to our gallery view? You can either go to her Brady Bunch square on the top left, just hover your mouse over there and it'll say remove pin, or you can go to the top right of your Zoom account, your Zoom call, where it says view, and this time click on gallery and it'll put us all back together right here. Okay, so there's all kinds of things you can do. Don't be afraid to push a button. And that's how we learn, is push the button. We have a new friend joining us today, not new to the call, but definitely new for joining us. Emily, we're thrilled that you're here, my friend. We've already done our intros, and since everybody's camera is still on, let's take a picture so you'll be included in it. Everybody smile pretty, and then we'll get to hear from the beautiful Emily. Ready, set, go. Got it. All right, my friend, tell us what's new with Emily. How is Norway doing these days?
Hello.
There we go. That answers my question. All right.
No, it's very cold. So as you can hear, I'm surrounded with people who have COVID, who have cold, who have everything, and I'm still standing. I'm still going to work and I'm still working.
Well, we're glad to hear that, my friend. Oh my gosh, we wondered why we haven't seen you in a couple of weeks.
I was there last time.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
today, on Mondays, I often come running from work, so I can be a bit late. Yeah.
We're so glad that you're here. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well. You look fabulous, if that helps.
Thank you. I
Absolutely.
always try to be in a very good mood.
Yeah, oh, you are. And you're a great inspiration to many of us.
So I think everyone that's on the call knows me. I'm within health and wellness. And it's all about, I'm an advocate for aging gracefully. So that's what I help people do online. And as a multiple business provider, I also like supporting people with their business solutions so that they can gain more visibility and get more leads online. But my first priority is about self-care. So that's what I do.
Absolutely. Well, we're super thrilled that you're here. It's great to see you again. I actually wasn't available last week, so I'm glad that you were there holding down the fort and helping the team for sure. We hope that you
did a great job.
Yeah, oh, I bet. Thank you. I've heard great things about Debbie for sure. And the good news is, honestly, and think about this too, from a health and wellness standpoint, those of us who are in that industry, it doesn't mean we're never going to get sick. It simply means our recovery is usually tons quicker. So it's definitely important to keep that immune system super strong. So we definitely know you'll be back on the mend super quickly. And again, it's so nice that you took the time to do this today.
Thank you.
Friends who are here on this call today, please put your info in the chat one more time, your post, so that Emily will have a chance to comment, because obviously she only picks up the chat from when she got on. So this she'll be able to have the whole chat, and then she'll be able to share with us back and forth. All right. If no one has any questions, we are good to go. Again, the QR code is super fantastic for your Zoom background. And I love, love, love the fact that there are so many nuances within the dynamic LinkedIn profile. Please consider, if you haven't done a recommendation yet on someone's page, or if that recommendation that you're really wanting hasn't happened yet, reach out to them first. And you be the first one to do the recommendation. And then all of a sudden they'll see that and go, wow, that was sweet. And then they're going to say, I think I'm going to recommend her. And that really is how reciprocity works, certainly, but also social media etiquette, if you will. And it's just a very cool way. Exposure for you, certainly, exposure for them. And who couldn't use a little edification now and again. So please consider recommendations if you haven't already. And if you want to close this out, that'd be great. Unless anybody has any questions, we will say sayonara. Emily, did you have a question? Okay, hang on, go ahead.
Kurt hasn't shared his link yet. Kurt.
Oh, Kurt hasn't. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Kurt, and probably not me compared to a minute ago.
Harumi, I have it. Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
So I'm copying.
Yeah, that's good. And let me get mine in here since I just know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you too.
Emily is a regular with us, so she knows how to do most of the cool things in our posting parties. And so we are super thrilled that you're with us again today. And, all right, thank you again. Got it?
Copying. I don't have yours.
I just put it in right now. Might take a second on the Zoom wavelength. We're good to go. Thank you again, Michael, for having me. And please remember.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you, Kathy, for hosting us every single Monday. I appreciate you all. Remember, the link is always going to be, the current link is always going to be at theworldwidechamber.com. Just click on the image there and it'll take you right to the Zoom at the proper time. Thank you so much for joining us, Emily. I was seeing here 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my goodness, it is very cold in Norway. I was looking at the Oslo weather here. I know you're outside of Oslo, but that's the first city that occurred to me to put in there. But thank you so much for being here, everyone. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Again, we are going to continue the Monday LinkedIn posting parties even during the holidays. So make sure to come back, invite more people. So we will have it, even on the 26th and the 2nd. The 26th of December and the 2nd of January. But you all stay safe. Thank you so much again. And sayonara.
Thank you. Safe to chat, my friends.
Yeah,
Thank you for
my
being
turn.
with us. Yeah, thank you. See you next week.
See you next.
Hi, Michael.
Bye now.